You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, guys, we're going to be talking about Ime Udoka, the head coach of the Boston Celtics, who is actually suspended for the entire season, as there's been a pretty big scandal with the Boston Celtics head coach. He actually had an affair with a staffer on the Celtics. Now, there was a lot of speculation as to who she actually is. And we put out a video that she was allegedly the wife of a VP of the Boston Celtics, director of finance or something like that. However, guys, we actually have her real identity revealed now, and she is not the wife of a Celtics staffer, or vice president, I should actually say. But however, we got the name right the first time. Here we go. Over here on the Daily Mail, exclusive. Ime Udoka's lover revealed he cheated on Nia Long with 34-year-old devout Mormon, married mother of three, who landed her team service manager job with Boston Celtics through friendship with legendary former chief Danny Ainge. Yes, she is a close personal friend of Danny Ainge. I believe they actually grew up in the same area here. And I'm wondering, folks, if that's part of the reason why he actually got a year-long suspension. Now, I don't think so. Danny Ainge is not with the Celtics anymore. He's actually with the Utah Jazz. Still a lot of questions as to why he was actually suspended for an entire season. There's a whole lot of other stuff that we don't know, folks, but let's read this. The Boston Celtics employee whose affair with head coach Ime Udoka led to his suspension can finally be revealed. The female employee is team service manager Kathleen Nemo Lynch, 34, a married mother of three, DailyMail.com can disclose. The Celtics have not identified the woman Udoka was involved with, but Lynch's name had been leaked online. Yeah, this is the same woman that we actually covered in a video. The only thing that we got wrong was she is not the wife of a VP of the Celtics. That's not the case. It says here, she served as a team liaison, arranging travel, lodging, and game tickets for Celtics family members at home and on the road, and is likely to have arranged travel for Udoka's fiancée, actress Nia Long. Now, she's actually, I believe, still employed with the Celtics. And the whole Nia Long just actually found out like days before we all did. And up to that point, she was still working with Nia Long to actually get her moved over to the Boston area. A source familiar with the investigation told DailyMail.com that the affair was consensual, short-lived, and had ended by the time investigators got involved. Now, here's the thing. I believe on my last video that I actually talked about this, the Celtics themselves, they really didn't take any action on the affair itself. Now, I find it kind of interesting, guys. It says here that the affair was short-lived and it ended by the time investigators got involved. Now, if the affair ended, why is it that they actually got involved? Now, the word is that they pretty much didn't care about the affair per se, but it's whatever he actually said to her. That was the thing. That's the question we don't actually have an answer to. We still don't know what Ime Udoka actually said to this woman that got him suspended for an entire season and actually may end his entire NBA coaching career. But anyway, Lynch has long-standing personal ties with the team's legendary former player, Danny Ainge, who was the team's executive director of basketball operations before leaving the franchise last year. Ainge, 63, a fellow devout Mormon, helped her land her job. A source familiar with the investigation told DailyMail.com that Ainge learned early in the summer that the Celtics had initiated an investigation into Udoka's relationship with Lynch, but he did not intervene in the investigation or decision to suspend the coach. The source added, however, that Ainge was deeply disappointed by the affair, especially given the fact they have families. Yeah. Lynch has known Ainge and his family for well over a decade. Ainge left the Celtics last year and has taken over as head of basketball operations for the Utah Jazz long before news of the affair went public and resulted in last month's season-long suspension. The relationship to the Ainge family, or where she went to school, or her religious affiliation had nothing to do with the severity of the punishment, the source said. Then what was the reason why? We need to know that. The good thing is that everyone regrets what happened and is taking responsibility and humbled and trying to fight for their families and lives back, or at least trying to get their lives back, the source said. Lynch and Ainge both declined comment when contacted by Daily Mail. Lynch, who grew up in an active Mormon family, lived for years as a teenager in Westlake, Massachusetts, Ainge's then hometown, where he and his wife were raising a family of 6. She later attended college with Danny Ainge's daughter at the basketball stars' alma mater, Brigham Young University, a school in Provo, Utah, sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. She graduated in 2011 and 2 years later was hired by the Celtics, working under Ainge, who was the chief of basketball operations. He'd held the top job since 2003 and retired in 2021, but has maintained ties to the Celtics, where his son Austin is the director of player personnel. Udoka, the Celtics' second-year head coach with a once sterling reputation, was suspended for the remainder of the 2022-23 season over multiple unspecified violations of team rules. No disciplinary action was taken against Lynch. And I'm wondering why not. The power dynamic associated with the improper relationship was reportedly the primary finding. Now, quote, "I know the whole story front and back," the source said. It's as basic as can get. All the acts were 100% consensual. Okay, I was speculating that it wasn't consensual. Based on the way the report started coming out, it didn't make sense. There has to be some kind of cover up here. Still, the source added the Celtics decided the suspension was prudent, largely because, quote, they didn't want the distraction going on for long. Sources close to Lynch says she's been left devastated and afraid to show her face in public these days, wanting to avoid scrutiny given her name and photo have circulated widely. She can't even go to a grocery store, one person said. Ainge's daughter, Taylor, a close friend of Lynch, wouldn't discuss specifics when contacted by Daily Mail, but urged the media to respect the privacy of the parties involved. Quote, "These are human beings involved that have families and are dealing with a lot of consequences themselves, and they don't need people in Twitter and the news media making it worse," she said. "There's a reason that people aren't discussing this. It's been investigated and it's over. The Celtics are doing what they have to do." So her friend is not even denying that she is the woman right here. Ultimately, when you run a corporation, you have rules. Your hands are tied, she continued. "It is what it is. I know everyone wants a saucy story, but it's just a series of unfortunate events." And it goes on and it talks about Ime Udoka's statement here, and it talks about I believe even Nia Long also as well. So, man, so the face has been revealed. It has been revealed. It is Kathleen Nemo Lynch, not the wife of a Celtics VP, but a close friend of Danny Ainge, who actually played for the Celtics and was their chief architect of that 2008 championship as well. But still no clear reason why Ime Udoka was suspended for an entire season. I mean, here it just said, the Celtics want to just put this away. It doesn't make any sense for a year-long suspension. There is something much more deeper. I'm wondering what Matt Barnes actually had to say actually holds quite a bit of weight. He says that he knows the whole thing and that it's really, really bad and it can actually turn the NBA upside down. I don't know. But there you have it, guys. Kathleen Nemo Lynch is Ime Udoka's one-time fling. It didn't last long. I'm wondering how long it actually did last. But man, this man has ruined his whole NBA career over this. We need to get down to the root as to what he actually said to her. And because that's apparently what caused him to actually be suspended for an entire season. But we don't have the answer yet. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.